Why did he pick this guy?
The murder of a wonderful young man, Parth Patel. A brilliant young man tragically lost his life in the tranquil Ox Bottom neighborhood, located in northeast Tallahassee, on Thursday, August 27, 2020, at night. Parth attempted to fight off a robber who was trying to invade the family home, a man who was attacking his parents at the entrance of the home. Determined to protect his family, he engaged in a fierce fight with the robber, bravely putting his own life on the line. However, the encounter took a devastating turn when the home invader fired 3 shots from his handgun, killing Parth, who was only 25 years old. The suspect, who was described as a white male with blonde hair with tattoos all over, was seen getting into a small, dark-colored SUV. Detectives got to work to determine the identity of the murderer and of his accomplice. DNA taken from the firearm led investigators to the killer, Yuri Harris. Further leads led detectives to Sunset Motel on Appalachia Parkway in Tallahassee, where detectives met with a witness identified as CK. This witness provided crucial information on Yuri and his alleged accomplice, his wife Samantha Donna Grantham. According to the witness, at around 6:55 p.m. on that Thursday in August of 2020, Samantha reached out to CK via text message and requested to meet her at Walmart. When they met, Samantha asked CK to purchase .360 ammunition on her behalf. Curious about the purpose of the ammunition, CK inquired, but Samantha did not provide an answer, raising CK's suspicion. CK decided not to proceed with the purchase. United States Marshals successfully located the two in Independence, Missouri. Yuri was apprehended due to existing felony warrants, while Samantha was taken to the local police station for questioning. Both Yuri and Samantha have long rap sheets. Both were also suspects in robberies at several gas stations throughout Tallahassee.
Did you find it?
No, but I'll keep looking.
Your shirt was in that Cologne city?
Yeah.
Have somebody drink. Like I told you before, as soon as we get take another break here, I'll let you write him. You tell him whatever you want. It'll be private, I promise you. I'm not gonna. We'll seal it up and I'll take it straight down to him. Okay. I know you guys have been through a lot. I know he's been there for you, and you've clearly been there for him. I know you're hurt right now because of kind of the situation he's put you in and your son, but just.
Finding out all that last night, it really made me scared. I just wanted to go home.
What did he say when you told him you wanted to go home?
He told me that I could just leave tomorrow, but I wasn't leaving last night.
Yeah.
He told me to just drop him off somewhere.
So.
And then he'd be alright.
So what made you stay with him today?
He just wanted to have time at the lake. He said that was going to be our last time together. And I wasn't feeling good because, like I said, I took that medicine last night. My body's not really used to it.
Well, that'd be scary. I mean, either way, you were going to be on your own, right? Did you have enough money to get back home, gas-wise?
I didn't know if I did or not.
How much money do you think you got?
I had $150.
Yeah.
Somewhere around that. And that SUV kind of drinks gas.
Yeah.
Because you got to hit interstate the whole way home.
Do you have any credit cards or debit cards?
No, I looked over my sister's. Because I didn't know. I just didn't know, what was going on.
Does he have a credit card or a debit card? So you guys haven't been able to use anything like that? So, remember where I told you I need you to be honest and open with me so I can help you, help yourself? Because I think you followed love and you wanted to help the person you love. Doesn't mean you were,
I wasn't involved in no shooting, no.
Right, and I get that.
Homicidal.
But you remember how we also talked about how you got to be careful because covering up for him will get you caught up too, right? Whose credit cards and debit cards were you guys using?
Nobody's.
What happened when you went to Walmart today?
He used his food stamp card.
Okay. What about the card you tried to use?
That was his. I still got it right here.
And so his food stamp card will work out of the state of Florida?
I guess so. I didn't know that it did or if it didn't.
What happened when you tried to use it?
I didn't use it earlier.
You didn't try using it at all today?
No. I was at the self-checkout thing checking out the food, and I started getting sick or I felt like I was about to throw up. And he walked up and went to the bathroom. There was just so many people in the bathroom. I just started washing
So
hands and washing the food.
did you get the stuff you were going to buy?
Yeah, it was food. And a towel.
Okay. And that's the only card you guys have on you?
Yeah.
So all this gas that you've been buying,
Cash.
cash? What were you going to do when you ran out of cash?
I have no idea. I didn't even... Sometimes I feel like it works better. I don't even know. I just know I wanted to go home. I was just going to call my grandma.
How'd you know it was a shooting?
Because when I read on
That's
the
what it says in
report,
the report. Okay.
that's what I was trying to look and see.
Did you know the name of the person, the victim? Never even heard of it? What name did it say on the report?
It didn't say.
Did it say his name?
Mm-mm. It didn't say anybody's name.
What did the storyline say?
Something about Oxbow or something.
Ox what?
Oxbow, the road, I mean the name or something.
Ox boat.
Oxbow or something.
O-X? And what?
Bow, B-O-W.
Shooting, killing, what does it say?
Homicide, something like that. Shooting or something, I don't know. There's a bunch of them on that website. Especially when I just go and grow up and knowing that right there.
Is that a pretty rough part of town? Or?
Mm-mm.
No.
But Tallahassee has a bunch of crime. A ton of it. Like when I was looking through it yesterday, it said that 3 people got shot on one street. A 10-year-old got caught on the crossfire of a gun. Said somebody got stabbed. That was just over, I think it said like 2 or 3 days.
Man, I'm not finding it.
What day did it happen?
I don't know.
The day you dropped him off.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wednesday, did you say?
I don't know.
Okay.
Wednesday, Thursday. I'm not sure. These days have all been a blur.
Okay.
I don't really like driving in cars like that. I get anxiety really bad, especially driving next to people going really fast. Most of them people are going over 100 miles an hour. I didn't even want to know why. I didn't ask him no questions. I just wanted to go home. Because I started freaking out.
Yeah. Okay, so last night, you guys were at some campsite,
Yeah, I don't even know. It's wherever GPS took us.
and then he just came out and said that he killed
I
him.
kept asking him. I was like,
How bad is it?
no, I was asking, like, why did that lady Lori say that all these cops showed up? And they're saying aggravated
At the motel?
Yeah, and I was like, why are they saying aggravated battery? And Grand Theft Auto whenever we have my car. What's going on? Like, I was freaking out. Because I didn't know they said that they were looking for me too, and I was like, why? What the hell happened? Like, I was freaking out. I'm like, there's not been no aggravated assault, and there hasn't been no Grand Theft Auto. And then I called my dad. Sorry.
You're good. So you call your dad and...
He said there was cops just, because he had been going at my sister's house all weekend. I guess with my nephew. I mean, not my nephew, with my son. And with all the kids. And people have been calling him saying there's cops all over there and stuff. And I was like, what the fuck? I just started freaking out.
And he says what?
It took a while though. Like, just out of nowhere, he's like, I killed somebody, alright?
Do you see that he didn't mean to? Yeah, just went bad.
And then I just started freaking out, so I wanted to go home.
I'm sure you did. That'll freak anybody out.
Oh, yeah. Especially when I have a kid at home.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to leave him in the damn first place.
So you know his heart, right? I mean, you married him. You guys have been friends for a long time. I know he did some prison time, but that doesn't equate to somebody killing somebody. Do you believe him when he says something just went wrong? What did he go over there to do?
I don't know. Said that he was going to go get some money from his friend.
Money from his friend?
And that's all. I don't want to ask. Like, whenever, only time I ever asked, whenever we went somewhere was like in the beginning. Like, because we've, like I said, we've stopped at a bunch of people's houses.
Do you have any idea how much the friend owed him? He never said how much it was.
I didn't ask.
Mm.
He kept getting mad at me because I was trying to talk about us the whole time.
So you think this person that died was a friend of his?
I don't know. I honestly don't even know. A quarter of the people he even knows.
Mm.
He doesn't hang out. I know he hangs out and he goes and, like I said, he works at a nightclub.
So when you picked him up that last time, when you dropped him off at that house and went back, looking back at it now, can you tell how scared he was? Like something bad really, really had just happened?
I don't know. Because I was already having anxiety attacks. I wasn't even focused on him at all. I had got lost in the neighborhood twice. I was trying to figure out how to get the hell out of there. Because I've never been in there.
Mm-hmm.
I just know that earlier that day he was telling me about how he had probably violated. And like he was already watching his back.
Yeah.
Making me feel like I had to watch mine because I'm like, what's going on? Because like I said, I've already had bad experiences.
Right. So,
Not from me, but from other people and being around them.
Sure. So you... Oh, God, it's just, I don't know. I'm afraid that he put you in a tough situation.
He
Look,
did, obviously.
when he's going to get interviewed too, right? His interview, though, just so you know, it's going to be a little different. Like right now, we're trying to help you out so that you don't. I think you're wrapped up into it, right? I don't think it's as bad as you think, and you're still going to walk out of here. We're going to figure out how you're going to get home or wherever you're going. But we still need to clean up some of the details so that there's not a warrant for you later, right? That we need to figure out just what your involvement is, and that's why we've asked you these questions. That's why we're taking the time, to be honest with you.
What, so they could be having a hold on me in Tallahassee?
If we were going to have a hold on you, we'd have it now. We don't have a hold on you, and we're not. I don't anticipate a hold on you.
Now, if you haven't done anything.
No. Now, if you had come out and said, you know what, I had him go and take care of a guy who, like a revenge thing or something like that, that would be bad. But that's not what happened, right? Okay.
Oh, no, what do you
So,
do?
but
Anybody that lives over there.
Yeah, so here's what I worry about, though, because his interview is going to be different. He's in custody. He's not going anywhere. And
he's going to go to prison for life. Huh?
And he's facing a murder case. And he'll have an opportunity to explain what happened. Here's one. I'm not one to. I always feel like maybe I'm just an optimistic, but I always feel that there's always room for hope. If he comes out and tells the truth and says, I went over there to collect some money, and we got into an argument. He pulled out a gun, and I thought he was going to shoot me, and I shoot him before he could shoot me. That's a self-defense, right? But he's got to explain that. You told me yourself you don't think that, first of all, that he had any intentions of doing something.
He isn't like that at all.
Yeah, okay.
And that's why
and that's why we're talking to you, because I need to kind of get a little bit of...
That's why he said that the other night. Like, it just was like...
What did he say?
It just shattered me. I'm saying, talking about how that... Just telling me, like, basically what y'all said about he killed somebody. Mm-hmm. And it freaked me the fuck out. Excuse my language. Just because he's not like that. He's not a bad guy.
Yeah.
He hasn't ever been...
It would help us help you, too, and help him if he told you, here's what happened while I was there. I'll get you some. If he were to tell you, I went over there and this happened, and now if you shared it with us, then when he's interviewed and he shares the same story, that gives credibility to a story. Now, if he just pops off and thinks he's gonna be able to mislead the police, well, it's not misleading if he told you the same thing, right? That almost makes it true. So, I need you to think about what he may have said.
He just told me he was going to see his friend to get some money. That's it. That's why I took him over there.
And then last night when he told you he killed somebody, he just said he wasn't planning on this happening. Did he say how it happened?
I started freaking out. He told me he didn't want to talk to me about it no more because I was freaking out. And I was just saying I wanted to go fucking home.
So when they talk to him tomorrow, if he's willing to talk to them, is he going to say anything different than what you're telling us? There's not going to be any reason he's going to say, yeah, Samantha knew about the whole thing. She was my ride. She drove me over there, and then I told her I'm going to do this, and she's going to come back.
Because I didn't know nothing.
I'm
sorry, I'm going to cuss it.
No, you're fine. You're fine. We just want to know, that way we can, that way we know what to expect from him.
Prepare us. If you think he might go down that, you even called him selfish a little bit ago. Is there any chance that he's going to be so selfish that he's going to say he was doing it because of you or for you or anything like that?
No, because that was nothing to do with me at all.
Yeah. So what was it to do with?
He said he was just going to get money from his friend. That's what he told me. God, I'm crazy.
No, you're fine. Here,
my socks and shoes are wet.
You're good. Hey, I gotta go use the restroom. I'm gonna leave you with this pen, and here's a piece of paper.
I don't even know what to write.
It's okay. Take some time. I gotta pee anyways, and then I'm just gonna talk to Mark about what we should do next, and then just start thinking about what you write, okay? And then we'll be back in just a minute.
Can I smoke a cigarette when you come back?
Yeah. Start writing, and then we'll go from there.
What are you doing right now?
Hey, take it. You do whatever you feel you need to tell them. Hey, but never write anything? You want to go get a cigarette? You still want a cigarette?
I don't even know what you said.
Well, you don't have to know. I mean, if you're still up for a cigarette, why don't we go take a break, give you time to smoke, and then give you some time to think about it. What happened to the other piece of this?
The rest of me and I ripped it out.
You're alright. You're good. Here, take a drink with you.
Oh, God.
We're giving any kind of thought as far as what you're going to say to him?
I don't know what to say to him.
Well, one of the things, now that we've taken a break, it's really important for me to reiterate. We treat people who we suspect of a crime, we treat them in a certain way, or somebody who's under arrest, more importantly, we treat them differently. We have to read them their rights and stuff like that. I want to reiterate that you are not under arrest, and when we get done here, you're still not going to be under arrest, okay? Unless you tell me you specifically put your hands on somebody and killed somebody, I'm not going to arrest you, okay?
I can't even kill a cockroach whenever
that's the kind of person.
Now, spider, that's a whole other thing.
That's the kind of person you seem to be, but it's really important for me to reiterate that. Again, we close the door for privacy, but you are free to leave, okay? Do you feel like, comfortable around this? Hopefully, like I said, we're pretty professional. We're the kind that take a little extra time to explain things to people, and it's important to us, but we want you to be comfortable too, okay? You understand that you are not under arrest, right? Really. Okay. You can end this conversation whenever you want, but I think it's going well. I think it's important for us to get some of these details out, okay?
It's just been really hazy and foggy the last few days.
Yeah.
Medication's definitely messing me up.
Well, I need you to fight through some of that haziness, and I need you to come up with some details, okay? Because I know they're there. There's no way they can't be there. So, there's...
Sorry.
It doesn't present itself. Well, if your only explanation, let's say you were in front of a jury of people and they said, well, I blacked out. You know how many times they hear that? How many times people just say, oh, I blacked out, I don't remember anything. The reality is that they just don't want to be accountable for what they know or what they did. I don't think you did anything. I do think that you're holding back in the stuff that you probably are embarrassed or scared to share with us. But I'm telling you, as you keep holding back, it's just going to make the situation worse. You need to be forthright with us, and you got to be honest with us. Okay. So, with that being said, out of the stuff that we talked about, is there anything that you feel that you want to get off your chest? It's a big moment in your life. This is the kind of moment I hope you never have again, but you have one opportunity to make it right. This is that one opportunity. So I need you to just be honest and tell me what you know. There's only so much prying I can do. At some point, if you want somebody to believe that you're innocent through this, that you didn't mean for any of this to happen or didn't know of this happening, then some of these details you need to volunteer yourself. If I'm constantly having to pick them out of you or get you to talk about it, then it just doesn't look as well as if you know what, Detective Virgil, I believe you. I'm comfortable telling you the truth. I'm comfortable in telling you that, okay, I knew this was happening and this is what happened. Or I know that this happened. I know that the reason why I had to go and leave my kid off with one of my family members is because I knew this happened and we needed to get the hell out of town. You need to be honest with me and tell me what happened. So this is your moment. I know it's not easy. I've never been in your shoes, but I've sat across this table.
Yeah, I've never been in these shoes until now.
Yeah. But I've sat across the table, this same table, with people who have been in your shoes. I've been in front of some really, really bad people. I don't think you're a really bad person. But
especially after what he was saying, I didn't know this city was, or Kansas City or whatever, was really bad like that.
Yeah.
I didn't know Missouri was like this.
So we have enough experience in this to know that somebody's holding back. You know, and in that first session, I just kind of let it play out the way it is. But now I'm going to tell you, you need to stop holding back. You need to tell me some of the details.
Think of Ryder, okay? We want to give you the best opportunity to go home to Ryder, okay?
How am I going to get home to Ryder?
We're going to have to figure that out. That's where the three of us were adults. We got to figure out. We're going to have to make some calls, see what kind of opportunities are out there. Because if I can get you the $150 out of your car, that's not enough to get you home.
Not even on a bus ticket.
Yeah.
See, I don't know. I've always had a car, so I've never had a
So that's something we will work on together. But we need to make it so that when you get home, you actually get to enjoy your son. If these details come out after the fact, after you had an opportunity, and they put out a warrant for your arrest, God forbid that Ryder's with you when you see the same amount of force that you saw today, it's coming for you. So if you don't want that to happen, you have to be honest with me.
I never went into a house and did anything. Why would they be coming after me like they did him?
Well, because that's where, I'm not saying that
No,
they're
I'm
not.
saying
I'm saying this because, like my partner explained, there's a difference between knowing that something happened and actually being a part of something. So if you tell me what you know, we can determine if you were a part of something. If you don't tell me what you know, then you just assume that you were a part of something. Because why else would you not tell us?
Would you say that again? I'm sorry.
Here's what
My mind is just so hard to process right now. I'm sorry.
Here's the deal. Some of us, I have family members. I think we all have family members who make bad decisions, right? And there's a problem where sometimes we're like, you know what? I know he uses drugs. It's one thing to know he's using drugs, and another thing to take him to go pick up his drugs. Okay? Yeah. There's a difference. One's not illegal. to just know it and say, damn it, he's living his own life, and I know he uses drugs and he's going to ruin his life. The other one is you actively taking that person to go buy their drugs.
Yeah.
You now become a part of the process. Okay? So, I think you became part of the process when you took him there. The problem is you need to tell us what you knew and what you didn't know. And if you're holding back and then it comes out later that you knew more, it's just going to look really, really bad on you.
I didn't know. All he told me was that he was going to see a friend to get money.
Okay. So, why did you have the zip ties in your hotel room?
I never had zip ties. What are you talking about? The one in the hotel?
There was zip ties in your hotel. Why would there have been zip ties?
I moved out of the hotel on Monday night. I was moving everything out.
At some point,
he went back and lived there. It wasn't with me.
Okay.
Everybody there could tell. Like
so you never saw zip ties in the hotel.
I know that he had some as in a plastic bag, but that was because of where he worked at.
Okay.
He worked in that hotel.
What did he use the zip ties for?
I don't know. I know my dad always had zip ties. He was a well driller, and plus he used to zip tie up. We had a PT Cruiser outside of the hotel. I was selling it to one of the people that was right next door to us, and I know that whenever they got us, the bumper fell off.
Did you ever buy zip ties for him?
No, I did not. Never.
No.
Mm-mm.
This homicide that happened, it didn't just go wrong. It didn't go wrong. He went there with the intentions to hurt this person. It doesn't just happen when the person is found zip tied.
Zip tied?
Zip tied. So do you want to be a part of that? Listen, so then you need to start being honest with me now.
But I did not know. I know we had zip ties, but like I said, when I moved, I'd never seen those zip ties. I didn't take those zip ties with me. They had got zip ties next door to fix up.
Why would he feel as comfortable having you take him to go do a robbery?
He told me that he needed to ride to a friend's house to get money.
You never told your friend's name?
No.
So, in this relationship that you guys have had, here's what I've learned just in the short time that I've talked to you, okay? And I've given you every benefit of the doubt. You didn't know why you had to leave Florida and leave your son at home, which that's hard for me to understand. When you told me your son already needs you more than most kids need their mom, but you just drop him off because he tells you you need to leave. You don't ask why you're leaving the state of Florida. You don't ask why there's no final destination of where you're going. And now that we know how this person died and that it was actually a robbery and this person was zip tied, you're telling me that you don't bother asking your husband what friend it is, how much money they owe. I find it really hard.
Whenever we're separated.
There's one thing about being really nice. I think you're nice, but I think I'm a pretty nice person. I think most people at this police department in the city would say I'm probably one of the nicest police officers that you'll ever come into. What I don't appreciate is being lied to over and over again. And what I do believe is that there's no way you've gone your whole existence and relationship with this guy not ever asking him a question.
I did ask him a lot of questions, and it got me separated last week from him.
Okay. I don't believe you that you didn't know what he was going there for. Convince me differently. This guy was zip tied and killed. That's not going to a friend's house to go get money. Would you agree?
Samantha, that also does not take place when you drop him off and 2 minutes later you're coming around to pick him back up. We know that's BS. Okay? That's not how that works.
He called me and told me to come pick him back up.
Okay.
How would I know? I was leaving. He told me that once he went inside to his friend's house was to leave.
How did he get in the house?
I don't know. He knocked on the door and they let him in. I was watching right there.
You watched him walk in the door?
Yeah, he told me, so watch me and make sure whenever he's like, if they don't answer, then we'll just go back. You can go home and drop me off.
Has he used you before to take him somewhere and you know he did something shady?
No.
Yeah.
He used to take me, or get me to take him, like I said, to people's houses when he got out of prison, trying to freaking rekindle whatever relationship, whatever he had before he went to prison.
There are true armed robberies that happen prior to these, where your car is seen leaving the scene. So you can't just sit here and say you just don't know that this is what your husband is doing, because I don't believe that. I think you know exactly what he's doing. I think you're trying to minimize what your role is and stuff. Some people try to pretend that, okay, if I don't know exactly what he's doing, then I can't be charged with it, I can't be a part of it. But I think you knew very well what he was doing. Convince me differently. How does he use your car? And he's not.
He has, or has had until just a few days ago, last week, he had a spare key of mine. My car came with 2 keys. I put one on his ring in case anything ever happened. Or I just have to unlock my car, my keys in my car twice.
Do you see how convenient all these answers are to your...
But it is, though. You could ask anybody, like the whole hotel, the people where we lived at. Because he even left his keys behind quite a few times and would be like, look, if we break down, you come pick us up. He'd just leave his keys with different people, like I think of the lady Lori. Somewhere down there or whatever at the hotel. I don't know where she's at now, but she has his Jeep keys.
So your husband is going around robbing people with a firearm. He's going around robbing people. He goes and kills somebody who's zip-tied. And you just conveniently just, like it's just like a nothing. You're just unaware of what's happening as you're actively a part of it.
Actively a part of it.
You drove him to the site of him killing somebody. You drove him to the place where he killed somebody. Why did he pick this guy?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I think you're putting yourself in a really bad place. Because at some point when this warrant comes down and this jury and a jury tries to explain why you weren't doing somewhere, and your only answer to everything is I just don't know.
I don't know why he paid those people to go to their house and to kill that guy. I don't know. I wasn't with him for Monday in the daytime sometime till freaking, what day was that? Wednesday or Thursday? I would pick him up to go to work, or to take him to work and drop him off, and I picked him up and took him back.
But there's no question about it. You were the one who dropped him off when he killed somebody. Then tell me this, and get off the part of the I didn't ask him anymore. He told you he killed somebody last night. There had to be more to that conversation. What did he tell you last night? If that even happened. I don't even believe that happened last night, but let's just say whatever time he told you that he killed somebody, what did he tell you? You need to start separating you from yourself. Here's the deal. Let me make it even simpler. I know you love him, and I know you've known him for a long time, but he's in a really bad place now. He will be in prison probably for the rest of his life. You at this point have to start thinking about yourself and your child and distancing yourself from him. You have to tell me, you have to distance yourself by telling me the details and the facts. What did he tell you when he said he killed this person?
You know, he's a really abusive person.
I believe it. I absolutely believe
I got
it.
bruises all over my legs to prove it, arms.
I
The reason why my knee keeps popping out of place is because of him.
Okay. I 100% believe you. I have no reason not to. So
I'm
why?
scared of him.
What did he say?
It's hard to get away from him.
Okay. What did he say?
The whole way he got me back over there to him to even begin with was because whenever he got me kicked out, I was really low on money. I didn't have the money.
At the motel?
My dad's house is not the best house to live in because a tree fell on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there like, well, what am I going to do now? I just moved out from being with my stepfather. Mm-hmm. And all that. To go move with him when we got married and everything. Everything was fine until we start the marriage thing, like a couple weeks after that.
Good.
And then he just starts acting all out of character crazy. He has his good days where it's great.
Is he diagnosed with anything?
He has the MDD. He has anxiety. I was trying to get him an appointment to get him put on my insurance to go get real diagnosed. Because that was just like at the city, it's called Appalachian Center. But it's like, well, that's what it is there, but it's like, I go by your income type therapy place that like when you get Baker Active or whatever, like they send you to that place.
Okay.
And I was trying to, but they weren't really helping. They wasn't doing anything. He had told him, about being in prison and just crazy stuff happening to him. And they weren't doing anything to help, but there was a lady that lived a few rooms down in the motel saying that she thinks that he had having the personality disorder.
Multi-personality
disorder. Manic. He had a lot of manic.
Well, you say he's abusive, so that's hard, easy to believe, right? So why the robberies? Why do that? Why not go get a job?
He had jobs.
So
he
then why the
saved
robberies?
money.
Is it the thrill?
Huh?
You think it's the thrills for him?
I don't know. That's what they were. I didn't know what manic was until the lady started telling me, and I looked it up on my phone.
So, distance yourself. I can't save him. I can save you still. If you stop lying to me and start telling me the truth.
He told me to kill me and stuff repeatedly.
Hey, he's behind bars now, and he's never not going to be behind bars now. But what's going to happen is if you keep lying for him and covering for him, you're going to be behind bars too. And I don't want that. But I can't protect you if you sit here and lie to me. There's absolutely nothing I can do for you if you lie to me. I need you to be honest with me.
After that happened that night.
The night that he killed her. What did he do?
Like, cause he had told me that he was going to see a friend to get money. Like, he told me that he was giving me a rider money because he felt bad about how we got kicked out. Yeah, we had nothing. Because I'm like, I spent all money that I had saved up on us. Like, I bought him a Jeep and stuff.
So then you guys go to this place. And then
and then I get kicked out whenever I just bought Ryder all kinds of stuff, bought him stuff, bought things we need for their house, just all kinds of stuff. And then this happens, I get kicked out, I'm out on my ass basically.
Right. And so then, tell me what happens after this night happens.
And that's how he got me. He's like, I need a ride to my friend's house to get money. He's like, I'm going to give you money so you and Ryder are okay. At least for a couple of days or something. He's like, so y'all can have money.
So we know now that he went over there to rob this person.
Well, I didn't know that though. No, literally, I really didn't. He told me he was going to get money from a friend.
So what happens after?
He told me to get from Ryder, he's going to give me money whenever he gets his money.
And so when you leave there, what happens?
When
you picked him back up.
He was freaking out a little bit, just like, it wasn't like serious freaking out, just like out of breath.
Where did he have blood on him?
I couldn't even tell at that point, because he was just like, get out of here, get out of here.
Did he have blood on his hands?
I couldn't tell. Look, my car does not have lights when you put it in the door.
Okay. Alright, so let's get, but at that point that he's probably killed somebody though, right?
No, I didn't. I really didn't know.
When did you find out that he killed somebody?
Whenever we wanted getting back into Tallahassee, and he told me that I was going to prison with him, because now he just made me give him a ride over there.
Mm-hmm. Did he tell you why he killed this person?
He said the only thing that he had told me was that the guy started attacking him.
The guy started attacking him?
And I was like, what do you mean? I said, I watched you go inside. Like, they let you inside.
And what did he say to that?
He did. He was just freaking out. He's like, we got to get out of here. He's like, I'll talk to you about it later. And I didn't really realize how serious anything was. Like, because before, I was focused on getting out of there. And then I just started seeing a bunch of cops coming. And I didn't know what was going on. I was just freaking out.
You know now that it was a shooting, right?
Yeah, now.
Where's that gun?
I don't know.
When's the last time you saw it?
I haven't, honestly, since, like I said, before I moved out.
Was it the small gun?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense that he would buy ammunition for that gun.
That's what he had, was a small gun.
Does he have it with him right now? Is it in that car?
It probably is. He
Is it
told
in
me
that
that he
car?
got rid of it.
Where would it be if it's in that car?
You know that he
Maybe
bought
in his
ammunition
car.
while he was in that car.
He bought ammunition.
Okay.
And I'm saying I didn't know that he bought ammunition.
Okay.
So his stuff, we're talking about like all the stuff like towards the back.
A lot of that is my stuff in the car. Like my Louis bag has all my stuff.
So that gun, is it going to be, could it be in the glove compartment? Could it be?
My glove box is broke, like right when you put the handle, it falls apart.
Okay.
I don't know. Like I said, last time I had seen that gun was whenever I was
Tell me about
last week.
Tell me about the armed robberies that he did with.
I don't know about
Here's the
armed
deal.
robberies.
So he did a couple armed robberies, and one of them where they have video of your car, they did a cell phone ping, and your cell phone and his are pinging at the very spot that this happened. Explain that to me. See, we know more than you think we know. This is your opportunity. What did you know he was going to go rob somebody?
I really didn't.
So what does he tell you to get you to take him to these places? Does he threaten you? What does he say?
They're gonna kill me and my son.
If you don't take him to go do these.
And I believe him. They're not gonna tell anybody.
So.
And it has, I was in a crazy-ass relationship for almost 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Where it was a lot of bad manipulation and abuse.
So you're vulnerable, and he knows that. And it's fucked up that he used
And that's why all this post-traumatic stress came back again. I had to go get re-diagnosed. Because I stopped all my medicine and all that because I was doing better in life.
So would he at least allow you to take your son home when you guys were going to go do a robbery? Well, that was, I guess there's something to be said about that. Did anybody get hurt in these robberies?
Not that I know of.
He was
I don't know, he didn't tell me anything.
But you knew you were going to go do a robbery with him.
He told me he was going to go make money.
But you assumed it was robbery. Because that's what he does, right? He robs
I
people.
don't know.
Because
he's had jobs.
Right,
That's how a lot of them are.
But when you say you're going to get money, you know he's going to go rob somebody.
He's went to work, like he had 2 jobs before he even did.
You didn't have to drop your son off to go pick up your check from somebody. Does that make sense? You knew you were going to go rob somebody. But you said he threatened you, right? How many times has he done that to you?
Every day.
Every day. So he's like constantly just robbing people.
Oh, that? No, I thought you meant threatening me.
Because Tallahassee's working on like 5 robberies where they've got, or at least the county out there is working on 5 robberies that they're sure that you guys did together in that car. Would you say there's more than that?
I don't even know.
You kind of have to know. You were driving.
I don't know, though.
Would you say...
It puts me in bad, state of mind where, I don't know, it's not even a blackout. It's weird, because I know what you already said about blackouts. I know that is hard to even believe that.
It is.
It just gets scary.
So...
He has, this weird, crazy hold over me.
How does he pick these people that he robs?
I don't know.
Have you known any of them?
No, not at all.
Is it, and I don't know the Tallahassee area, but are they always pretty close to where you guys were staying?
I think one of them was.
Yeah. Which one was that one?
I don't know.
Let's start with that one. What city did that one happen?
Tallahassee.
Okay. Where did you take him?
I don't know. I don't even remember which one it was.
Okay, we got.
The thing is, there's so many stores in Tallahassee.
So we have to stop with the I don't know part. Okay, that's not going to get you anywhere. That doesn't help you anymore. Let's start with the one you were just going to tell me. Where did you drive him to?
I'm trying to remember the name.
Was it a house? Was it a parking lot? Was it a grocery store? Where'd you guys go?
What?
This robbery that you were about to tell me about. Where did you guys go?
What robbery? I'm saying,
Just
like,
pick
what
one.
are you talking about?
Let's just pick one. Just show me good faith that you're fine.
Because you're saying...
Here's the deal.
No, but I'm saying you're saying...
Show me good faith. Tell me, I know you've done robberies with him. I know it. There's no doubt now. I know you've been doing robberies with him. You're driving, he gets out, and he robs people. In good faith, tell me one in Tallahassee that you did. Just that you know that he robbed somebody. Just tell me where one happened.
The marathon.
The marathon. So what's
Yeah,
the marathon?
know.
So what is that? A hotel? Yeah,
That's a store. Is what
a
I'm
store?
saying.
Okay. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to bear with us a little bit, right?
No, but that's what I'm saying. You're confusing me.
Okay.
On it.
So you get to the marathon. It's a store, and does he just rob a random person?
I honestly know. I'm not up there with him.
Okay.
I don't know.
So what do? You park the car,
Yeah, that's what he tells me.
and then where does he go off to?
And he just walks off.
And then he comes back,
And like nothing happened.
and he's got money on him.
He doesn't show me no money, but he just comes back.
So you get nothing out of this? So you're his driver to these robberies, and he gives you
I told you he threatens me all the time. He's had me scared as hell. I've seen guns,
So
seen knives.
these two houses that you went to in
Like, yeah, look at a big, huge bruise right there.
Yeah,
It's just not fading away.
Huge. So these two residents that you went to in Killarn, right? Killarn?
Yeah, come on.
You knew he was going there to rob somebody.
No, I didn't. I did not know that.
What did he tell you?
He told me, like I done told you, like 5 times. He told me he was going to get money from a friend. And he was giving me money. It's alright then. I mean, you know, I didn't know I'm just pissing you off more. But I really don't even know.
It's not that you know how hard it is when I see people, not, most people are younger than me anymore, but when I see somebody who's young, who has a child that, for no fault of their own, isn't around their mother right now, and I'm giving you an opportunity to help yourself out and to be there for your child, and you're not taking it. It's frustrating for me. As a father, as a longtime police officer, and somebody who just tries to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, it's very frustrating. Because people don't believe us. They're like, you know,
Why haven't you talked to him yet?
Why are we not talking to him? Because he killed somebody. And when somebody's killed somebody, we allow the lead detective from that jurisdiction to come up here and talk to him. Because
So he's not even getting transferred down there yet.
he's going to be interviewed here, and then he'll be transferred down there. So I can't help him. Even if I wanted to go in there, I couldn't help him.
Yeah.
There's
well,
nothing.
I know there's no.
And I don't. Even though you drove him to when he killed this person, you didn't do it. You didn't lay hands on this person. You didn't pull the zip ties tight. You didn't shoot this person. Right? So you didn't do that. If I believed that you were a murderer, I wouldn't be talking to you. I work violent crimes. I work drug deals. I didn't go into this to be a homicide detective. To be quite honest with you, I don't think I have what it's made to. I don't want to be face to face with murderers on a daily basis. But I am willing to help you out. But it kills me that you're not willing to help yourself out.
Can I be candid with you? Can I be completely candid with you? We don't have to talk to him. Okay? We wanted to give you an opportunity to give us your story, to tell us what happened, and get it out on the table. Because here's the deal: we know we're not up here thinking that you're out doing robberies and murdering people. Okay, but what I can tell you, he can't help himself.
Yeah.
I mean, we're kind of at the F that guy point. He cannot help himself. But you have to understand, we are trying to give you an opportunity to help yourself. But it makes it really difficult when we're saying, hey, Samantha, think about Ryder. You still have a chance to be in his life, and you are pissing it away. You understand that? Because I'm telling you right now, Samantha, there is not a jury in this country that is going to listen to you say, well, I took him and I knew he was doing bad stuff, but I just don't know. They're not going to listen to it. Do you understand that? They are not going to listen to that. You will do prison time. You will not see your son. We are giving you the opportunity to help yourself out. Detective Virgil has been so patient.
Yeah.
Okay? You have to decide right now. You have to be the one that decides. Are you going to help yourself out? Or are you going to piss this opportunity away? Because that's where we're at. Okay? We've been nice. We've been friendly. We're going to continue to be professional. But you have to be the one that decides. Are you going to be there for Ryder?
I wish that I could just make y'all see how it all just, like, I wish that you guys could just see it.
Then help us see it. Help us see it.
Oh, what night did all that happen in Tallahassee? You said Wednesday or Thursday?
Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah. The day you dropped
The
him.
night that I picked him up to go to work, nobody was coming back. I actually made a police report, or I was going to, because I picked him up from work and I was really tired. I hadn't been sleeping since we, got kicked out of that place.
Mm-hmm.
And his ass just started welling on me. On my head, I still probably have a bruise right here. I don't know if I feel it. I don't know if it's still there or not. I didn't put my makeup on today. And I got hit a couple times in my head. And I had enough, and I was finally behind it. I called the law. But then he comes running back out to my car with a knife telling me he's going to kill me and my son and my dad because he knows where we sleep and where we live. So I had to tell the dispatcher that I was okay.
So are you going to go to prison for somebody like that?
More importantly, are you going to be away from your child for years for somebody like that? Like I told you before.
She took advantage of me because I was vulnerable and I just saw some phone.
Okay.
It just got out of a really shitty relationship.
Why did he pick this person?
I really don't know.
How often were you driving him to rob people?
The people. This was the only house that I ever dropped off at.
But
And I didn't know that he had to go there.
Okay, so not just the houses, but when you were driving them to places to rob people. How often was that happening?
Rob what? Like the store?
Wherever you took them to go rob people.
Like two or three times.
Okay. 2 or 3 times. That's happened 3 times, and we know about this one. Obviously, it ended really the worst way it could have ended.
It's been really, like, I never wanted that life. I thought this was an opportunity to have a new life.
Where were you guys going to go? Where do you think your final destination was?
He wanted to go to Russia, but I knew that was just up in smoke. Because how was he going to get to Russia?
So at this point, he was just trying to get as far away as he could.
And that's why I wanted to go home. He was like, just stay. He was like, I'll let you go. I'm going to let you leave in your car. He's like, you're going to drop me off. He's like, I won't come back and kill you. He's like, but he's like, just no. He's like, keep the story alive. I was like, what story? Like, he did something good. That's what I'm saying, like, he did something good.
But he hasn't.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, what story are you talking? I didn't want to make him mad last night.
He sounds like a horrible person.
I didn't want to make him mad last night or today because, like, I'm away from my kid. I'm on the road. I don't even know where I'm at. I had to ask you guys where I was. I didn't get to hold the phone whenever I was making phone calls. He was holding the phone and had it on speaker. And I didn't get to talk to my kid the whole damn time.
So when he would ask you to drive him to go rob people, you saying you did it out of fear that he was going to hurt you?
Oh, my baby. And he knows where all my family lives. I have my sister's house, 3 little kids, 3 little girls that are my world, that I've been there since they were born. I couldn't even imagine just if I tried running away from that.
What places did you take him to rob?
I don't know. The only one I know about is the marathon. I really didn't even pay attention to the other ones.
But they were stores?
Do you remember the first time he asked you to take him somewhere?
And I was really scared. I thought about it a couple of times, just leaving in a hauled ass.
Do you remember the very first time he asked you to take him somewhere to rob somebody? No.
I tried to block it out because it feels like he just never was going to end.
Bring that shit back in because I need you to stop blocking it out. Tell me.
That's how I'm dealing with most of this. I'm saying that's how I'm dealing with most of the stuff.
But the only way to help yourself is to give me details. You remember the first time he asked you to take him somewhere to rob somebody, knowing he was going to rob somebody.
Well, I think it was at Marathon Station.
You think that marathon was the first time? And he didn't give you any money out of that? You know if you got phones or...
No, I've had my own phone since before him. Like, I bought me one with, hold on, I have my own money. I bought my own before he even came in the picture.
How do you get money if he's not in the picture?
I have my son's SSI. I have my business, my cleaning business.
So you said he was amped up the night that he did the robbery where he killed the guy. He said he was really worked up. And he told you pretty quickly after.
That we had to get out of there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us what happened that night.
Told me that he had to get out of there. And I didn't know the extent to what happened. Like, I seen a bunch of... Sorry. Excuse me.
Okay.
I hate that. I don't know. We got down the road and then I just heard cop sirens. Mm-hmm. And I started freaking out. And that's whenever I did, like, whenever we came up to, like, where the road was. I hadn't been on that road in a long time. It was, like, one of these back roads. I don't even know the name of it. Sorry. It just feels like in my throat. And then I seen how his hand had blood all over it. And I started freaking out. But it was his blood that he said. He wasn't wearing a shirt.
Was he wearing a shirt when you dropped him off?
Yeah. Some long sleeve shirt, I don't know.
When you went over there, what did he have with him?
He just had a backpack.
What was in the backpack?
I don't know. I didn't look.
You don't have any idea?
I learned quick to stop asking questions.
Okay. What was in the backpack when he left?
I don't know. I know that it was my son's diaper bag.
You didn't look in it?
No. Whenever he's all crazy, and it doesn't scare me the way he has. And then I just...
You've seen him with the zip ties where they're tied like they're ready to go on something, haven't you?
Yeah, because he's put them on me before. I mean, just playing around, but yeah, he's put them on me before.
No.
When you saw the blood on his hand.
And it was his. He showed me his cut.
Okay. But you asked more questions. You didn't just say, okay.
Yeah, and then I started freaking out. And then I just heard sirens and everything just went silent in my head. I started freaking out. Because I did assume the worst. I didn't know what happened.
So you heard the sirens and what'd you do?
I drove to my dad's house.
I
was just like stuck, like, he wasn't saying anything.
So what'd you do when you got to your dad's house?
He told me that I had to hurry up and get clothes and get my son.
Then?
We left and went to the motel. I didn't want to drive. I was freaking out. Like what I'm doing now. That's just how it was like the whole time. Just I didn't want to drive. He made me drive though.
What did he explain about when he killed this person? What happened? What went so wrong?
He told me that whenever he got inside, because I was under the impression when I watched people let him in,
Sure.
like he knew them. The door shut, it wasn't slammed. Didn't hear no slam, nothing. I just didn't see him on the porch. He told me that once he got inside for me to leave. So I left. I turned down the wrong road though because it was super dark in the neighborhood. And it was a dead end, so I turned out. Went back to the left and I was going down the right road. I was like, okay, this looks familiar. So I was going back out. And I get down there before that, this little roundabout looking thing. And that's when he called me and told me to hurry up and come back. That's all he said. Then he just...
What did he say went wrong?
He didn't. He said that when he got in there. Yeah, I didn't know about no zip ties, nothing like that. I didn't know that you said he was zip tied.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know any details about anything that happened.
So when he tells you can kill somebody, let's go back to it, because I don't believe you. I don't believe you when you say you just like, he said he killed somebody and you just shut down. Somebody tell me they killed somebody, I'd be like, what the fuck happened? That's a normal question to ask. So when you ask that normal question, what did he say to you? Because I know you asked him the question. What did he say?
He told me everybody jumped on him, and I said, who? I was like, I thought this was your friend. And he said a dude looked like a huge football player or something came running at him.
And what did he do?
I don't know. He said that he had to do what he had to do. And I was like, what do you mean by that?
How many people did he kill?
I don't know. He didn't say. He said one. But he didn't say no more than one. And I didn't even know there was somebody zip tied.
So, you know,
he told me that there was, like, after all that, like, last night, because he had told me more. He didn't tell me that much on the first night. He just had me so shaken up and scared and freaking out.
So just to prove to you that I listened to the details of what you're saying.
And I'm sorry, my brain is everywhere right now.
I know, but let me explain something. I'm all over the place too, because I'm trying to follow a story that has changed a lot of times. But here's what I heard you say. He told you that he got jumped on by 5 people.
But how did everything happen within 2?
And think about this. Okay, maybe I'm just too simple thinking, but if 5 people jumped on you, how do you have time to call somebody and tell you to come pick them up from the same exact house that you dropped them off at, without those same 5 people attacking him every minute that he's there? Does that make sense? You see where I have a problem
so what
believing
happened
that?
when he went in there?
I don't know. What did you tell me?
I wasn't in there, so I don't know.
So what he told you? He
told me 5 people jumped on him.
Okay, so you mean to tell me 5 people jumped on him, and yet he had the time to kill some guy and zip tie him? That's bullshit.
So there's only
you know that's bullshit.
Well, no, now that you're telling me that he was zip tied and stuff.
Well, yeah, but then he has enough time to call you and tell you to come pick him up at the very same spot you dropped him off, and these 5 people aren't jumping on him. You see how that doesn't ring true? So what happened?
That's what he told me. And he told me that he jumped out of a window or some crap. He said that a woman picked up a vase and threw it at him.
Okay.
And that there was 5 people in there. He told me that there was 5 people in there, and he said he got cornered or something.
And he shot somebody.
No, yeah, but he said he jumped out of a window.
But yet he was able to call you and you picked him up exactly where you dropped him off.
Yeah, and I was on the side of that neighborhood whenever I left. Like if there's video surveillance cameras, anything out there, they will see that I was leaving.
Here's I think I started this interview by telling you that I'm one of these most easy person. I'm that person they call.
I'm sorry.
Listen, hear me out on this. Okay, this is
my brain is all fucked up right now. Okay.
Believe it or not, I'm that person they call when somebody says they want to kill themselves, and I go and patiently talk them out of it. I've done it my whole career. I have a lot of patience with people, but what I don't have patience for is people lying to me.
Yeah.
And people who aren't willing to help themselves. So tell me why I shouldn't just walk out of here and just let it be the way it is. Why should I give you a chance to even bullshit me any longer.
I'm telling you what he told me.
Samantha, you're a smart girl. Okay?
Obviously not too smart.
No, you are. You're smarter than that. And there's no way that you sat and listened to that story and at some point didn't say,
Yeah, I was scared after that though. Because when I found out that he killed somebody, do I want to be next? Do I want to sit there and piss him off and get to that point where I'm going to be next?
Do you understand though how stupid it sounds that he goes in here and
Yeah,
he gets drugged and he jumps out of a window, yet you pick him up nonchalantly at the house that you dropped him
I
off
wasn't
at?
there in front of that house no more. I was already leaving the neighborhood.
But he called you back to the house.
Yeah, he told me to come back and get him.
You picked him up at the house that you dropped him off at, that 5 people were attacking him and he jumped out the window.
I didn't know what would happen because I watched him walk inside and shut a door behind him. I never heard nothing. I never seen nothing. I was leaving. I went up the road where I was parked. I was parked like this way, where I can see the house that way. I could have watched him go in. I didn't ever see nobody, but I seen the door open. I seen him go inside. He didn't push his way open or nothing, so here I was thinking that
I'm not saying he did.
No, I'm saying that
Somebody allowed him in that knew him.
They opened the door, he walked in, and then freaking I'm driving. And I go up there until I go to run. I had no power steering in my car, really. So I went up there.
When they let him in, how many people did you see?
I didn't see nobody. All I see was the door open from the way I was parked. I watched him go in, and I said, okay. Because he told me to crank up and leave.
Let me ask you this. When your freedom relies on it, is this the story that you want?
It is what happened.
Okay.
It's what happened.
If you can answer that honestly, okay, because you're about to lose a lot of freedom. Okay? So if that's the story that you want told, because I'll tell you this right now, and I'm telling you this because we actually sat out and we had a genuine conversation.
Yeah.
I like you, but you're lying.
What
I know you're lying. I know that you know more than what you're telling. Okay? I know that 100%. 100%. Okay? So I'm telling you this because I like you, and I don't want to see your kid without mom. Obviously, dad is already in prison, so he's never going to have a dad. Okay? New dad, potentially could have been new dad.
Yeah.
He's never going to see the light of day ever again, and he will probably be an adult before he ever sees you again.
You're right.
Yeah. And you're okay with that. Because you're sitting in
Because
here telling bullshit stories. Okay? Nobody is in here saying that you did it. But you know more than you're telling, and you're protecting a piece of shit down in the fucking jail, and your kid is going to live without a goddamn parent. So you know what? Sit in here and tell your fucking stories, but I'm done with it. It's ridiculous. Unbelievable.
We can't see how you don't see Ryder in all this that you're
I
talking
do
about.
see Ryder and everything.
Then tell us the truth. Just listen. If you're scared because you think you're going to get caught up in something more than what it is, you're going to at some point be able to explain when you tell the truth why those things happen. But when you can't tell the truth, you can't explain a lie. Because every time I've called that detective, I find out more and more details. How do you think I found out about the zip ties? I didn't know about the zip ties until you went out there for a smoke. And I told him, I go, man, she's being pretty honest. I mean,
I didn't even know the guy had been there for days at a hotel.
Okay. But here I am. Now all of a sudden, you've been tied up with the zip ties. You've been to these robberies. Had I not told you that your car is on video, you driving him from the scene of an armed robbery, I shouldn't have to tell you that. So you're a convenient truth teller. Most people would call that a liar, but I'm going to call you a convenient truth teller.
I've never heard that before.
Okay, well, I'm telling you, because you're only telling me the truth when it's convenient. After I told you that your car was seen with you driving it, leaving an armed robbery. All I want to know is, why did he pick this person? Tell me what he told you about this one that went so bad. Throw me a bone. Do something to keep us in here fighting for you. I think that's where the frustration is coming from the two nicest cops you'll ever run into. The frustration is, we want to help you, and honestly, I'll be even more honest, I want to help your son. I think you've kind of shit things away a lot, but I want your son to have his mother, regardless of all the poor decisions that you've made, I want that child that you talked about from the minute I put handcuffs on you. You talked about Ryder.
Yeah, that's hard.
And I'm sure it is, but you're willing to leave your heart behind because you won't tell me the truth about what happened with this situation.
I'm just scared.
Then be scared, but tell me the truth. What you should be scared of is not seeing your little boy.
That's what I'm scared of.
Okay, then tell me the truth. I can't protect you from a lie. But you tell me the truth. Tell me what happened, and we will work on making things better for you and your child.
Leon Kelly's not going to see it that way.
You know what? They're not here interviewing you.
Yeah, but once I go back there, they're just going to try to lock me with them.
I've already told you. They got you on video. They know you're an accessory to an armed robbery.
You're so good to prison meeting.
No, you're not.
But
then you get to, this is your opportunity to explain, why were you there? And tell me.
Because of him.
Okay, then tell me.
You can ask any of my neighbors that live in there the best help.
Okay. Tell me about this. Then let's just concentrate on the homicide. Because I don't think you had plans on going and being an accessory to a homicide. I think you knew he was going to go rob somebody. Because that's what you guys do. You knew you were driving him to go rob somebody. Tell me why this one went so wrong.
Can I get a napkin, please?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just got started.
No, apologize. This is the shittiest day of your life.
It really is.
With hands down.
It's the shittiest day or whatever.
This is hands down the shittiest day of your life. You should never ever have another day like this, and I hope you never ever ever do. But you get one opportunity to make it right.
I can't believe he did this to me.
He did though.
No.
But you.
Yeah, for some reason, it's still my mind. It's just all fucked up.
And I get that you were scared, but the courts aren't going to care when they find out that you continually drove him.
He told me that anyone else of my family would die.
So, why did he pick this guy?
Do we have to talk in here?
Where else
We
would
can't be
you
outside.
We go outside a little bit, but here.
We can't talk outside where the picnic tables are.
Why would that be different?
Just because this place gives me really bad anxiety.
What if we open the door up?
And I want to be able to smoke a cigarette. The carbon everything.
Hang tight real quick.
I'm sorry that I pissed you off.
It didn't make me mad. You know what? I apologize for yelling at you. But
I don't even.
just listen to me, okay? What bothers me is I think you're a good person, okay? And like Detective Virgil said, all I've heard you talk about is your son and how much you care for him and how much you need to be there for him. So it frustrates me to give you opportunity after opportunity to be there for him, and you choose not to. That's what upsets me. I'm not mad at you as a person. Things happen. People make mistakes. Okay? We are all in positions where we can make mistakes. Okay? But what I don't want to see is I don't want to see you put yourself in a position where you don't get to be Ryder's mom.
Because my family probably just gave up for adoption.
Who's gonna
They won't be there. They already told me how hard it was.
Sure.
But they couldn't.
So who can, exactly, so who's going to step in? Somebody that's probably never going to give you an opportunity to be his mom. Okay?
Someone's going to abuse him.
Samantha, look at me. Look at me. I know you're crying, but it's okay. I want you to look in my eyes. That's why we want to give you the opportunity here to help yourself out. Okay?
You want to talk at the picnic table? Okay, grab your stuff. You can leave your face mask. There's nobody left in the building. That's not cool. But you can bring a drink if you want.
Can I get a couple more napkins first?
Yep, I'll grab some. I'll meet y'all out there.